What is up, everybody? In this video, we're going to be discussing a meat-only diet. And I came across Sean Baker a while ago on the Joe Rogan show. And recently now, Jordan Peterson was on the Joe Rogan show. And if you don't know who Jordan Peterson is, Jordan Peterson, he's a clinical psychologist in Canada, and some of his material is incredible. Like, some of his lectures are amazing, motivational, inspiring. You'll definitely walk out of there inspired with some really good ideas. However, on the Joe Rogan show, he talks about how he eats a meat only diet of beef and salt. And the comment he made was that there's a reason that people are obese or like fat in society, and it's because we eat way too many carbohydrates. And he says it's not because of sedentary lifestyle, it's because of the diet. We have a problem. So I agree with the statement that he said in relation to that there is a problem in society, and that it's not because of a sedentary lifestyle. So I'm like, yeah, no, he's nailing it on the head there, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's because people don't exercise as much nowadays, why people are obese. It's like, no, it's not. Um, However, I do disagree that it is the carbohydrates, because from a historical standpoint, uh, large civilizations, like you go to places like in Asia or Middle East or South America, or even in Ireland where I'm at right now, the diet would have consisted largely of things like rice, wheat, barley, oats, quinoa, rye, with the addition of fruits, vegetables, little to no meat, no dairy. If you go back far enough, um, and people were not obese. People were not obese. You look at the macros of carbohydrates like potatoes and rice. These foods are low fat foods. That's why you see pre 19 in China, there was virtually no obese people. The obese people that were around in those times were the sumo wrestlers, who would have been impossible to obese eating a plant-based lifestyle like I just mentioned there, because you would have to go to the eggs and all the beef and the chicken and stuff just to kind of like fatten out. Um, so it doesn't make sense from a historical standpoint. These foods give us energy. These foods are filled with fiber. Potatoes and sweet potatoes have got vitamin A and vitamin C in them to keep us healthy. They're easy to grow. All these foods are the foods that have fueled civilizations for thousands of years. So from a historical standpoint, it doesn't make any sense that the carbs are the reason people are obese. If you're going into the science, the Seventh Day Adventists have been studied, and these are a religious group who don't smoke, don't drink, but they eat a variety of different style of lifestyles. Some of them eat sort of a standard meat based, sort of like all round diet. Some of them are ovo lacto vegetarian. Some of them are vegetarian. Some of them are vegans. And the group with the lowest BMI are the vegans. And we know this. We know that if you live on rice, vegetables, beans, greens, legumes, you cut out all the animal products and the dairy and the cream and the cheese and the butter, and you cut out all the chicken and beef and all these different things, that you're just gonna lean out. You're gonna lean out. Long term, you're gonna lean out. And another thing I want to add is that uh, the cultures that have lived on a plant-based lifestyle, because of, say, they couldn't afford all these excess amount of meat, have ended up being the longest lived groups. You look at the Okinawan, the poorest region in Okinawa have the longest lived people, and they're eating a predominantly plant-based diet consisting of sweet potatoes and vegetables. So it's not the carbohydrates, no matter where you look at this. But part of me is like, why do people in so many walks of life have this idea that it's the carbohydrates that's making people to be obese? And then I'm like, okay, maybe the low carb Atkins thing maybe has a part to play in that. But another thing I realize is that, wait a minute, when people are talking about carbohydrates, they're talking about like things like cakes and buns and cookies and sweet, very junky foods that actually contain a lot of oil and butter and cream and fat in it. And I'm like, that ain't carbo. I ain't a high carb. That's high fat and high carb. Got the oil and stuff in there. You talk to anybody who's obese, eating meat or vegan or whatever, and I guarantee you it's because there's something in their diet that is incredibly high in fat that they're eating on a consistent basis, whether that's coming from vegetable oil, butter, cream, animal products, fried foods. So I'm just sharing this video out there that I can understand why people think carbohydrates are the cause of obesity, but they're so wrong. And this information is just gonna have so many people confused about what to do. So I'm saying right now, if you want to get lean, the solution is a whole food, plant-based diet free of oil. Get oil and animal products out of your lifestyle if you want to be your leanest self, your leanest, healthiest self. Because it's not just about being like lean or losing weight. It's like, are you doing it in a healthy way? If you're getting all your if you're eating a lot of meat and oil and grease, you're not going about it in a healthy way long term, and it's not going to be sustainable for you and the planet. So just share my thoughts on this. What do you guys think? Meat only diet. Where's the fiber coming from? How much you pooping, bro, on that? And I'm not saying that Jordan Peterson is telling everybody to go out and do this. I don't think he is. He's a very smart guy. So I think uh, a video like this, he would definitely listen to it and see if he can actually get some points, because I've watched some videos of him, and I really do like this guy, and I like the messages that he promotes. But yeah, let me know what you think on this. Is a meat only diet sustainable? What do you think about it? So I'm about to head out here to get some rice and vegetables. As always, peace, love, veganism. I'm out.